Can Christians believe in evolution? The answer might shock you. With the societal acceptance of Darwinism, these days many Christians try to reconcile their faith and evolution. Not only is this contrary to the Bible, but this actually creates more problems, since if this is true, then God's desired mechanism for creation is natural selection, one which by definition contains suffering and death. But what does the Bible say? At the end of the sixth day of creation, in Genesis 1:31, we read, God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. Now clearly this means that he created a world without sin, without suffering, and without death. Further evidence for this is the fact that humans were vegetarians in the Garden of Eden. It's only after sin enters the world through Adam that God curses Adam in Genesis 3:19, saying, For you are dust, and to dust you shall return. Now clearly this means you will now die. What we see here in the Genesis account is God creating a perfect world without suffering, without sin, and without death. And then, through Adam's disobedience, sin enters the world, and along with it, the consequences of sin, the ground hardening, the earth becoming hostile, and death. Therefore, the biblical account of creation opposes evolution. A Christian is someone who recognizes they're sinful and puts their faith in Christ, who paid for their sins. But if you don't accept the biblical account of creation, then are you really responsible for your sin? Or are you simply living out God's mechanism of creation? Even Jesus himself references Adam, showing that he thought he was a historical figure. Finally, Paul says in Romans 5:12, Therefore, just as sin entered the world through one man, and death through sin, and in this way death came to all men, because all have sinned. So as a Christian, don't be so quick to put your faith in evolution over your faith in the Bible.